Hey folks, welcome to the next installment of Let's Play AGEOD's Civil War. I'm going to try to squeeze 2 turns into this video, try to accelerate things now that we've talked about a lot of the tutorial stuff. Uh, so let's jump right into it. Here in the west, we've just taken Springfield without a fight, and I'm going to keep things rolling. I'm going to move Lyon down towards Fayetteville. But I don't want to totally abandon Springfield, so I'll steal this garrison out of Jefferson City and move him into Springfield, and I'll steal a new unit out of St. Louis to garrison Jefferson City. So I should have garrisons in Rolla, Jefferson City, and Springfield, with Lyon continuing to move forward. Moving east, you see Kentucky is still on the fence. There's nothing I can do there. But check out this guy. Ulysses S. Grant has joined us. Nothing's better than that. He's one of the best generals in the game. He's got great statistics. I'm going to move him off to join this force that's still waiting to enter Kentucky, and we'll have Grant be active in Kentucky once Kentucky makes a decision. Meanwhile, here in the east, if you recall, these guys just lost a battle in which they inflicted a lot more casualties than they took. So although it was a loss, I think it was a pretty good one. And I'm just going to put him on defensive mode and have him sit here a while. There is this annoying little raider unit that's currently besieging Alexandria, but there's nothing he can really do with this large stack standing next to him. And finally, it looks like our balloon's going to make it. One more turn and he'll be in Washington, D.C. So that was suspenseful. And finally, our New Orleans group is ready to rock. So I'm going to put them onto these boats, and it's going to take a few seconds because this is a large stack, and I'm putting them into a large stack of boats, and my computer, for some reason, takes a while to process that. So there you go. Now we have all the men on these boats. The boats, by the way, are headed by David Farragut, who has various abilities, one of which he's really good at running forts and managing to not take too much damage from cannon fire from forts as he goes by them. So I'm going to send them all the way here to New Orleans. I think it'll take them, 2 turns to get there. Next turn they'll be somewhere rounding Florida probably. And then I'm going to click this button, which is an order to, when you arrive there, drop troops off. So I've just told them to drop all those troops off here in New Orleans when the boats arrive. And again, because the computer is dealing with so many units, it's going to take a few seconds for it to process this order. And I think this is the last order I'm going to give during this turn. I think I've showed everything. So let me pause it, and I'll run the inner turn. And I'll come back if there's a battle, but I don't think there will be. And then I'll process the next turn. So hold tight. I'll be right back. Okay, folks, welcome back. Here's the next turn. Nothing terribly exciting happened during the last inner turn. There were no battles or anything. Nathaniel Lyon made it here without any ado. It looks like we have our garrison in Springfield all ready to go. Grant is in charge at New Albany. I guess the most exciting thing is that the Army of the Potomac popped back up here at Manassas, and if I hover over it, you can see that many of his units are a little wounded, but he's back there, and for all I know, he might attack Alexandria next turn, where that same defensive force I had before in Manassas is now backed up to Alexandria, and he's back on defense duty. There is one, however, huge thing we need to talk about this turn. The game, as of this turn, will allow us to create divisions, formal, official divisions. And I need to explain to you what that means. So you see Nathaniel Lyon's stack. He has a whole lot of units in it, running at a 35% penalty because they can't handle everything right now. But if I click on General Wood here, there's this button, Enable Divisional Command. If I click it, and then choose all these units, and then click the plus, I could put all those units together into what's called a division. This is a division. It's 18 elements, one of which is the general, and then there are 17 fighting elements. The advantage of doing this is that my fighting penalty just went away. All a division needs to be properly commanded is the general here in charge of the division plus one other general, like General Lyon. So now this stack, which just a second ago had a power like in the 300s, now has a power of 486 because the penalty went away because we stacked them into a division. So now this is our first division. I'm going to pause the game while I create other divisions around the screen, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back again. I just went ahead and created a division out of the troops that were here north of Kentucky. I created a division out of the troops that were here in Pittsburgh, and I created a division out of the troops that were sitting here in Fort Monroe. So now we have 4 divisions around the map, those 3 plus the one under Lyon over there in Missouri. And by the way, this will answer the question, as you've watched me raise new troops in the past. If you wanted to know the answer to the question, why did I choose the units that I chose, why the certain number of artillery and the certain number of regulars and stuff? Well, the answer is because I had in mind how I wanted my divisions to be made up of in the future. I would want 5 artillery pieces of different kinds, 1 cavalry, 1 sharpshooter, and then 10 infantry. No harm in sprinkling a militia or 2 in amongst those infantry. So all of my divisions, all 4 of them right now, have this makeup. This is a pretty good makeup where you have cannon behind and enough infantry to protect them, and some cavalry to help scout and screen and stuff, and then a sharpshooter to give you a little initiative. So I just went around the screen and went around the map and created those divisions. Now I'll move my troops. I think I'll take Lyon here and attack into Fayetteville because their defenses in Fayetteville don't seem very strong. And nothing to do in Kentucky, and nothing to do out here, and I think I'm going to leave the east alone. We'll see what Beauregard does. And finally, somewhere over here, there they are. Here's my troops heading off to New Orleans. Now, I created enough troops to create 4 divisions here, but I don't believe you can create a division. Yeah, it looks like you can't while you're on a boat. So I'm going to have to wait next turn to when these troops land, and then I'll create divisions with these leaders and those troops. It's important to note that you can't create a division unless the leader is active. I got lucky. I wanted to create the 4 divisions up here, and I was able to create all of them. All these leaders I wanted to create divisions out of, they were all active. That was very lucky. I imagine next turn when these guys land and I go to make 4 divisions, I won't be able to make all 4 of them because some of these guys won't be active, and I'll need to make those divisions over the course of 2 or 3 turns. We'll see how long it takes them to activate. So anyway, let me pause it again, and I'll do the inner turn, and I'll bring it back if there's a battle or something. Hello there. Looks like we had one battle, Battle of Fayetteville. Lyon's troops, he's leading that 1 division, came upon about 2,700 men defending Fayetteville and killed about 1,000 of them with a loss of only about 250, and he took a bunch of prisoners. So that's good news. It looks like we're making good progress in Fayetteville. Here, I'll pause it again and let the turn continue, see if there's any more battles. Yep, so we had one more battle, Battle of New Orleans. Those ships dropped Joe Hooker and all of his troops off next to New Orleans, and they were facing a defensive force of 2,000 men, killed about 450 of them, and only 30 lost, and we took, again, some prisoners. So that's good news. Maybe we took New Orleans with that. Maybe we'll need to besiege it before we can take it, but it looks like things are going well in New Orleans. I'll pause it again. We'll see if there's anything else going on. Yep, guys, it looks like that's it. We took Fayetteville with that battle, so we are now in ownership of that with its depot intact. And also with the Battle of New Orleans, we took New Orleans. So this game's going really smoothly so far. Usually for me it doesn't go quite this smoothly. Looks like Joe Johnston is walking up into Pennsylvania again. Anyway, we'll deal with all that next turn. For now, I'll sign off on this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.